I'm called Lawyer, how about Shemi Hawashai, by Hashim Hakudash, double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of GMS, including the elders that came before them. They taught us his truth, shalom, and salutations all of War Tuesday, where we read Matthew 24:6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of war. And everybody's heard this. Okay? See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. And then we go to these different versions. In the NIV, we have rumors. In the NLT, we have threats of wars. We got rumors of wars. We got threats of wars. We have, so if you bear with me, of wars and news of battles. Okay? News, reports, threats, and rumors. Right? So with that, let's get into it. We can go right here to Democracy Now! With Amy Goodman. One day ago, case scenario. So, see what's going on. Train wreck, nobody can stop. Take it away, Amy.
The European Union, countries around the world are warning Israel against a ground invasion of Rafah in southern Gaza, where over 1 million Palestinians have sought refuge from the rest of Gaza. One top EU official said it could lead to a, quote, unspeakable humanitarian catastrophe. Authorities in Egypt have threatened to suspend a key peace treaty with Israel if Rafah is invaded. Hamas has also warned an Israeli invasion of Rafah will torpedo ongoing truce talks. For more, we're joined by Palestinian human rights attorney Noura Erakat and an associate professor at Rutgers University, author of the book Justice for Some, Law and the Question of Palestine. Welcome back to Democracy Now!, Noura. If you can start off by responding to this threat over the weekend, that plans are being ready to invade, for Israel to invade Rafah, and the world, countries around the world, warning Israel not to do this. Apparently, President Biden doing that in a phone call with Netanyahu as well. Your response and what this would mean.
Good morning, Amy. It might be a bit refreshing to hear these warnings sound off from across the world in various capitals, but they are completely and wholly inadequate, given that we know that this is a plausible genocide, given that we know what Israel has said. Despite multiple warnings, it created a ground invasion on October 27th. It has destroyed all of the hospitals. It has blown up all of the universities. It has created a situation of starvation, of a lack of even water. There is a humanitarian crisis that even without another bomb falling will lead to sure death of thousands of Palestinians. These capitals, these states, have an arsenal of diplomatic options available to them to stop a genocide. First and foremost is a UN Security Council resolution demanding an immediate ceasefire. Short of that is the cutting of weapons transfers, as has the Netherlands High Court demanded this morning of stopping the transfer of F-35 jet parts to Israel. Belgium has stopped weapons transfers. Japan has cut military contracts. Short of that, these states can cut diplomatic ties. What is it? What is it to the population of Rafah now basically bracing themselves for more massacre, for warnings to a state that is responsible under international law and accountable? And if it is not responsible or accountable, it is either a complete rogue state that must be isolated by everybody, or it means that all these other countries are complicit and basically covering responsibility for themselves by issuing empty warnings.
I wanted to go to that issue of the Netherlands court ordering the Dutch government to stop exporting. These are U.S.-made F-35 jet parts being stored in the Netherlands to Israel. In the ruling, one of the judges wrote, quote, "It is undeniable that there's a clear risk that the exported F-35 parts are used in serious violations of international humanitarian law." In November, Oxfam and Amnesty International sued the Dutch government, saying the arms transfers violate Netherlands' obligations under international law to prevent war crimes. Are you seeing this escalating around the world and other countries doing the same? Certainly, Germany gives even more weapons, and of course, the United States the most.
I am seeing a surge. We have seen for the past 5 months, the only thing that has kept humanity together is the surge of civil society, which has waged lawsuits, which has risen in protest to do the work that states have failed to do. We see in the United States the Center for Constitutional Rights bring a lawsuit in the Northern District of California, where the judge agreed that the ICJ was correct, that this is undeniable, a case of genocide, but he doesn't have the jurisdiction in order to stop the Biden administration. We saw the highest court in the world say the same thing, that this is plausibly genocide. We are seeing a series of judicial decisions that are coming to the same conclusion, but none of them can be enforced without political will, which is being impeded in the Security Council by the United States. Let's be clear. The ICJ on January 26th, when it issued its provisional orders, said that the international community has a duty and a responsibility, according to its responsibility under the Genocide Convention, not to perpetuate Israel's genocidal campaign. We see Israel directly violating those provisional orders. Nearly 2,000 Palestinians have been killed since January 26th. We know for a fact that they have impeded the access to humanitarian aid, going so far as the Israeli Navy shooting, lobbing at UN humanitarian convoys from the Mediterranean Sea. We also see very clearly a continuing incitement to genocide, most recently in the convening of a far-right coalition of, I think, 11 ministers in government under the banner of settlement, bring security and victory. There is an explicit campaign to depopulate the Gaza Strip, to resettle it. No one is mincing words. Everybody is watching, covering themselves with these empty promises and warnings as Israel continues with its campaign. And this is a warning to the world.
Yeah, it is. Here's the warning. Let's get it. Here's your warning. Ezekiel 3:17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me. Warning of what? The impending doom. World War III. Okay? Nuclear, thermonuclear fire. Right? Let's see. Maybe not. I did. Nice. Okay, so Zechariah 14:12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet. And their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. That's called thermonuclear fire, right? And here's the warning, all right? Repent and be converted, or else suffer this plague, okay? Revelation 11:14. And it reads, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. This is not a rumor. This is a fact. Okay? All right, we'll cut it short right here. We'll see you tomorrow. Shalom.